You're watching New Kids on the Block, and on the show today we feature one such new kid who has shaken up the establishment. Jignesh Mevani has been leading the Dalit protests in Gujarat ever since the Una incident, where 4 Dalits who were carrying cow carcasses were stripped and beaten. Since then, he's galvanized thousands in the state and outside and is calling for a major rail roko agitation soon. It's a call that has been seen as controversial even by other Dalit leaders. Take a look.
When Prime Minister Modi visited his hometown in Gujarat to mark his birthday earlier this month, the focus was on the detention of a young Dalit rights activist. 35-year-old Jignesh Mevani was returning from Delhi when he was picked up by the Gujarat police and put under house arrest. In just a few months since he led about 20,000 Dalits in a rally after 4 Dalit youth were beaten in Una, 35-year-old Jignesh Mevani has become the poster boy for Dalits' rights in the country. Protests which ultimately led to the resignation of the former Chief Minister Anandiben and a disturbance amongst the party's top ranks.
कोई व्यक्ति विशेष या कोई एक जिग्नेश का आंदोलन है नहीं. गुजरात के हर एक जिलों में, हर एक तहसील में, हर एक गांव में जो हजारों भीम सैनिकों की आज फौज खड़ी हुई है, उसके कंधों पे आंदोलन चल रहा है.
Jignesh Mevani, a lawyer by profession, is now demanding land for landless Dalits. He's given the call for a rail roko from October 1st. If the Gujarat government doesn't comply with their demand of distributing 5 acres of land to every Dalit family. But will Jignesh Mevani be just another short-term irritant for the Gujarat government, or is he a larger agent of change? An NDTV Bureau report.
So Jignesh Mevani, who's also a lawyer, joins us now along with other student leaders. We have in studio from the ABVP Janvi, from NSUI in Mumbai, we have Sagar Kasar, and we have Prashant Dhontia from Hyderabad, who is also a Dalit student leader and activist. Jignesh, if we can start with you. In the past few weeks, we've seen you being detained several times by the Gujarat police. In fact, especially when Prime Minister Modi went there. What is it about you that makes the administration so wary?
The way administration has got worried, it is actually speaking the display of the real Gujarat model. What we are demanding, all we are demanding is a piece of land, right? Even the 1st October call of rail roko is not our choice. We have to do it as a last recourse. We have been continuously asking for a piece of land. We have been continuously telling to the government that there is a provision under the revenue law of granting all the land to SC, ST and OBC. Grant us. They are not doing it. That's why we are agitating. The few days back when I got detained, what was the reason? A piece of land, around 200 bighas of land, was granted in village Saroda in Ahmedabad district in 2006. Now the provisions under which the land was granted categorically states that within 90 days the state is duty bound to hand over possession. But even after 9 years, the possession was not given. This is nothing but the mockery of our plight. This is the mockery of the poor people. You are granting land only on a piece of paper. Are we going to cultivate on a piece of paper? Give us actual physical possession so that we can cultivate the land. When we ask for it, they detain us, they arrest us. Even after decades, thousands and thousands of acres of land remains wrongfully occupied and cultivated by dominant caste people. The state neither registers the offence against those people nor hand over physical possession.
Jignesh, I can already
so what do we do? Where do we go?
I can already see Jahnavi raising her hand, but I just wanted to get some more details out of you. You talk about the land agitation, and that has become a rallying cry for a lot of the Dalit groups in Gujarat. But when you ask for 5 acres of land for every Dalit family, is that impractical a demand?
Yeah. Let me explain how it is absolutely practical. In Gujarat, like any other state government, we have Gujarat Agriculture Land Selling Act. Under that, in all the district, in all the blocks, in all the villages, the state of Gujarat can grant land not just to Dalit, but to all the landless people. There is another provision of Budhan land. There is thousands and thousands of Budhan land available, which the state of Gujarat is not granted. Third, government of Gujarat can grant land to landless people, SC, ST and OBC, and to landless farming laborer in general as well, all over the state, because there is also a provision of granting government wasteland. Government wasteland is in huge numbers. Thousands and acres of land can be granted, and over and above it, there is a specific provision under the scheduled caste, scheduled tribes sub-plan that यदि सरकार के पास जमीन है तो सरकार खरीद कर भी दे सकती है, तो बांटो, क्यों नहीं बांट रहे? आर डिमांड इज नॉट अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल। और मैं तो यहां तक कहने को तैयार हूं कि यदि 5 एकड़ नहीं बांट सकते, 3 एकड़ बांटो, लेकिन बांटो। इफ यू कैन गिव thousands and thousands of acres of land to corporate groups and business tycoons and industrial groups, why not to SC, ST and OBC? Why not to poor landless people?
You know, your agitation has actually really, I know, Janvi, I'll just come to you. I just wanted to get a little bit more out of the fact that, was it the Una incident which brought you out into the limelight? Because I know you've been working in the grassroots, but you're also a lawyer. You come from a background of literature. How did this all become such a large scale? Because you were working there at the grassroots. How did it become so large scale that now every time the Prime Minister is coming and you get arrested, and many are comparing your agitation with the Patidar agitation as well? How did it become? Was it the Una incident which has spurred on and brought on, made it a much more large scale agitation?
See, when we started the agitation, there was one clarity. We will be seeking justice not just for the families of Una, right? We will be seeking justice also for the family of Thangad, where 3 innocent boys were killed as if they were terrorists by state police with AK-47 rifle. Why? They were on their way to register the offence with regard to atrocity they were meted out the previous day. So it is one of our demands that special courts be constituted as mandated under the Atrocity Act in all the districts. 5 acres of land be granted to all the people. Put an end to the obnoxious, filthy practice of manual scavenging. Give minimum wages to thousands and thousands of sanitation workers. So when we started the agitation, we were clear that we will raise the Una issue, but we'll also talk about our roti, kapda and makan. We'll ask for our pride and dignity, also about economic issues. That's why we've been saying that ये अस्मिता और अस्तित्व दोनों की लड़ाई है। तो उसी की वजह से गुजरात की सरकार थोड़ी रेटल हो गई है। और हम साथ साथ ये भी बात करते हैं कि विल ट्राई आवर बेस्ट टू यूनाइट आवरसेल्फ विद फार्मर्स ग्रुप्स, trade unions and all the weaker sections of the society, and that way we will expose this Gujarat model, which is by and large anti-people, not just anti-Dalit.
Janvi, I know you've been dying to get in over here. They take what we see from Jignesh Mevani's agitation is they take the asmita, which is something that anyone who covers politics in Gujarat, and they've turned it around completely. How do you respond to the demands that he is raising?
Jignesh ji, you are a lawyer, and I think you know more about constitution than us. But the one thing which I got from your interviews were that you are in very much support with the thing that if someone is hurting someone, the person who got hurt must react back in the same intensity, and you admitted this at several platforms. So I just wanted to know about this, that you are saying that you are almost harmless and there is nothing to fear about you. You are provoking people that they can react back if someone is hurting. It's obviously this is very saddening if someone hurts someone. But you said that you are with if someone takes law in their own hands. How will you prove this? And how do you accept this? In spite of being that you are a lawyer, you know about constitution.
We are doing our agitation within the constitutional framework. Even the rail loco, which is going to cause inconvenience to people, is not our choice. As a last recourse, we have been doing it. We have carried out many rallies, set on dharna, submitting memorandum after memorandum, carried out a huge Dalit Asmita Yatra, holding big Mahasammelans. State is not bothered at all. They are not ready to sit with us on a table talk. They are not ready even to give even a BPL card. When Gujarat CM Anandiben Patel goes to village Mota Samadiyada, from which the victim's family come from, see, what does he get to know? That the people are not having BPL card. People are not having housing plots. So we are demanding that there are more than 12,000 villages in Gujarat where Dalits are staying. So carry out a survey and give BPL card, piece of land for cultivation, piece of land for the shelter. Government of Gujarat is not ready to do anything. Modi ji very famously sends one text saying Suswagatam to Ratan Tata, and huge piece of land along with subsidy of 33,000 crore becomes available for him, then why not a piece of land for us? And there is a provision under the law. If you can't give us 5 acres of land, give us 2 acres of land, 3 acres of land.
What you are
But
doing, Jignesh ji, what you are doing is really very enthusiastic, and we support it. No doubt you are doing ultimate piece of work. But what we want to, just a clarification from you is that, why are you saying that BPL card is not being allotted and everything? This is a problem, this is a national level problem, and this is not only limited to a particular community. It is a problem with economically backward class, whoever comes into that. Then why are you making it an issue? We are very much with you, and we are supportive for you that you are doing a great piece of work.
Okay,
but why that economically backward class, in that too you are only focused for Dalits and not for others?
Let me explain briefly and quickly. All we are saying is, when Anandiben goes to village Motashamadiada and comes to know that Dalits in this village are not having shelter, not having BPL card, I am demanding that, okay, carry out a statewide survey and find out how many Dalits are not having BPL card, how many Dalits are not having shelter, and we are asking for land for all the landless people, not just Dalits. Revenue laws categorically states that all the government wasteland can be granted to all the landless people. So grant it.
Jignesh, your speeches have been called inflammatory and calling people to violence by lots of people, and it's something that a lot of people are raising. How do you respond to that?
I will be the last person to resort to violence. We are doing our agitation within constitutional framework, and I request each and every citizen of this country who support our cause to remain within the constitutional framework.
But infuriating speeches.
If people are making allegations against them, I just don't bother. People in Gujarat and outside Gujarat know me the way how fought for the past 8 years for the landless people. Right. I don't need certificates from anyone.
On what grounds are you doing that?
If I can ask you, Sagar, the Maratha agitation, is that something that the Congress supports as well, along with the state government of Maharashtra?
See, first of all, there is a stereotype towards Dalit still in our contemporary India, that just because they are lower caste and some of the society are not accepting them, so we have to stop that, because in the in the future the consequences could be disastrous. And what happened in Una and the rape and the gang rape happened in Maharashtra. It's not just because the Dalits did it or whatever the atrocities against them are going on. But I like to focus on things that people also should be aware of, the things whatever they're going on in the society. Just because the skinning of cows and things are going on in our society, we should not oppress such things, because the collector officially, the administration is aware, the government is aware.
You're not giving a clear answer about the support for the Maratha agitation. Prashant, if I can come to you, how do you see these kind of the trends that are emerging across the country? On one hand, Dalit student agitation, whether it's by all of you at HCU or by Jignesh Mevani in Gujarat and other parts of the country as well, that's rising. On the other hand, what we are seeing in Maharashtra and the Maratha agitation asking for scrapping of the SC/ST Act. How do you see all of this, the big picture in all of this?
Basically, the caste Hindu social philosophy wants the lower caste to be subservient to them, and whenever they assert their voice, there will be attacks against the lower castes of this country. And that's what has happened, be it the incident of Rohit Vemula, or be it the incident of the brother of Piyush Sarvaiya, Lalji Sarvaiya, who was killed in Gujarat, or be it the Una incident that has happened recently, where all youths have rallied against such sort of a heinous atrocities being committed by Dalits, or be it several sorts of atrocities that have been going on. Wherever Dalits and Bahujans have been asserting their voices, their attacks have been continuing against them. And adding to this, I mean, it is hypocritical. I was just listening to what ABVP someone was talking about. It was completely hypocritical to question Jignesh Mevani's stance, because at the end of the day, we should first of all question the attackers, why they are there, with what intent they are attacking, and which base it constitutes. It constitutes Vishwa Hindu Parishad's base, it constitutes Bharatiya Janata Party's base, and it also constitutes the Akhil Bharatiya Vidyarthi Parishad's base. Hence, we should, first of all, they should introspect themselves on their acts, the acts of atrocities that they are perpetuating on others. On the other hand, why Jignesh...
I wanted to just ask you, are you all coordinating?
Just one point.
Yeah, sure.
One point.
Are you all coordinating with Jignesh or not?
Point.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, yes. In fact, when Una agitation happened, Radhika Vimala, mother of Rohit Vimala, went there along with the students of University of also Hyderabad. Also, went there, and we are in full solidarity and support with the movement. But on the contrary, why Jignesh Mevani should be arrested just because Narendra Modi is coming there? And what Narendra Modi has said, agar if you want to shoot anyone, shoot me, not my Dalit brothers. And instead of arresting Jignesh Mevani, police would have stopped Narendra Modi to come into Gujarat, Ahmedabad. Why are you arresting Dalits who are protesting against heinous atrocities committed by the BJP and their cadres? So why isn't it hypocritical of the statement of Narendra Modi that you are not? In fact, Narendra Modi is directly involved in suppressing the articulations of Dalits which have been emerging in the recent times.